People always ask me, easiest breeds to train, hardest breeds to train, or more difficult. And there's always 3 breeds that are more difficult, and it's the Shibas, Siberian Huskies, and the Great Danes.
Yeah, see the face? That's the Shiba face. I'm gonna go do what I wanna do.
All right, you guys, so we have a 4-month-old Shiba Inu. And for those of you who don't know, Shibas are historically one of the more challenging breeds for really anybody to train because they are so independent and what some people may call stubborn. So this is gonna be a challenge of its own considering this dog has had 0 training, doesn't know how to sit, is a 4-month-old, like I said, a Shiba. So this is gonna be one of those sessions where you guys are gonna see me be challenged with obedience and how to work with a puppy I've never met before, as well as try to start teaching some new things within a very short period of time. So this session is gonna be great for anybody that needs to learn how to develop leash pressure in the beginning with any dog at any age, as well as how to develop obedience with a new dog and start teaching them how to capture new behaviors such as heel and break. So we'll start with basic leash introduction. And I think the best thing for her is probably a slip leash because this is doing
not a hell of a lot.
Not a hell of a lot, huh, baby? Mika?
Keeps her from running away.
Sure.
This thing's around her neck either. You want this gone?
Yeah, you can take the harness off, sure. We're gonna start working on the heel command, which is gonna be left side at my heels.
Okay.
Mika, heel, off, off, good off. So she jumps up, off, verbal, so telling her, and then reinforcing it with pop, pop, just a quick little snap there. And then she jumps down.
Like I said, she's smart enough. She never did that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
It really is.
She jumps down and then she makes a better decision and she looks at me and I say, good off, just like that.
Got it.
Yep. So what this slip is gonna do is gonna give you a little bit more control because the harness is good for, like you said, hanging on. And what the slip is gonna do is it's gonna give you more power steering and more control over the dog. So like there when she went and she said, you know, have at you, I'm gonna go after the dogs. She just kind of caught herself on the slip and was like, what the?
Yeah.
So all this is new to her, which is why you're getting all of this resistance, you know?
She's giving you attention though when you, I mean,
yeah,
she's listening.
It'll get better too as she understands the game. Good heel, Mika. Good heel. Mika, come. Good, come. Good.
She does that for definitely for
a treat. Good. Heel. Good heel. I'm sorry, removing the food. Good heel. Heel. Good heel. Good heel. She is like a feral dog at this point. She's just a completely clean slate, being a younger puppy without any of this introduction. It's gonna take a little bit of time. But you're mostly seeing just the Shiba come out of frustration of gimme, 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 gimme. So that's something I have to work through. Mika, heel. Yes, good heel, boom, good girl. Okay, break. All right, so watch what I'm gonna do here, okay? Mika, heel. Yes, good heel. Good heel, break. So I'm doing short little spurts here. Mika, heel. Good heel, off. Heel. Yes, good heel. Good heel, yes, good heel, break. Good, all right, so now I'm gonna take the contact food away and I'm gonna start working on heel without it, just with leash pressure. So when she pulls and she bounces, she's getting pressure, and when she slides into position, she's getting a reward. Right now, the food is becoming more frustrating for her because she hasn't really worked for it ever. So she sees it and she's like, give me, and it almost, I'm looking at her and I'm working with her and it almost seems like she feels like I'm teasing her, and I'm not. So I'm gonna get rid of the food as far as a contact heel with the food, and I'm just gonna work with the leash. Mika, heel. Good heel. The good thing is she's physically starting to calm down a little bit. She's not as spazzy, but I think when she feels that pressure, she's still getting stressed where she doesn't know how to shut it off, and she's never felt that much pressure before. Because with the harness, it kind of, like you said, just kind of hangs on. So I'm gonna start teaching her how to yield to leash pressure. So basically, right now I want her to learn that when that pressure turns on, she's just gotta comply to shut it off. And I think that would make more sense for her if we start with that and then get into the heel. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of pressure, and when she comes to me, it's gonna shut off and I'm gonna pay her. So she's learning how to what we call yield to leash pressure. What I'm looking for is the pressure to start eliminate. When I back up and she follows me is my goal.
Right.
Like this, yes. So there's no leash pressure. Yes, good. Yes, good. And I'm just using this one little piece of food. Pressure. Yes, good girl. She puts her nose down, she gets pressure, she jives right into me, she gets paid with a mouthful of food. If you guys like this video and you wanna see the full version of this video, click the link below to join the official No Bad Dog Members Club. So I'm gonna use this wall. The wall will give her less opportunity to pop out. Heel. Heel. Good heel. Yes. Good heel. Break. Good heel. Do you have any questions on this so far?
No, I'm amazed that you've gotten her to do that much because she doesn't even know what that is.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Considering she's in preschool, she's doing pretty well.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
She never saw that before, so it's
Yes, absolutely.
definitely learned behavior.
Yes. All right, so now I'm gonna spend a couple minutes getting these kinks out in the big room here. Heel. And right now I'm just teaching her leash pressure. She slides into place, yes. Leash pressure, she slides into place, yes. And she's gonna get frustrated for a little bit. Good heel. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So I'm trying to reward her when she does slide into position and do well. Good heel.
So stubborn.
Yep. It's gonna take a while to get these kinks out. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. That was good. Good girl. Hey, you guys, we're doing a giveaway on the Tom Davis Dogster 280C on this video. All you have to do to enter to win is subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification, like this video, and leave a comment down below to enter to win. Questions on that?
I mean, that's the way to offset her Shiba nature of, I want to do what I feel like.
Correct, is you have to start providing jobs and structure and guidance. Everything that she does doesn't have a consequence. If she jumps up, nothing happens. If she pulls in the leash, nothing happens. Anyway, so right now this is all new for her. So even like her sitting here like this is huge. So if you remember 28 minutes ago when she was on the harness, she was constantly battling.
Yeah.
So what I want you to start doing is putting her down more often and letting her be more of the dog so she has an opportunity to take in environments and not get so frustrated. Because oftentimes when dogs are held, they want to go and they want to see the other dogs, or they want to see the new people, or they want to go investigate, and it creates more frustration, which is why you'll see her face start to change and you'll see her start to like go like this because she wants to get down. And what you should do is just start working on this, just hanging out and ignoring her and not talking to her,
okay,
and just letting her be more of a dog. If we carry her around and talk to her often, she is going to start to dilute you out as the person in charge. It'd be like if I was talking a different language right now that you didn't understand. They love us, and you want that affection, and you want that love, and you want that, you know, have a dog. That's why we have dogs. You know, they're our companions. But what we don't want to do is in the beginning stages of teaching a dog what life is, we don't want to teach them to ignore us. So if we're having full-blown conversations and we're looking at them and we're saying, hey, it's just the dogs in the back, what do you think of that dog in the crate? What happens is it kind of is like the old Charlie Brown teacher, where it's like, wah, 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 exactly. And then when you go and you start to train, where you're like, heel or sit or place or whatever, she's checked you out the first 2 weeks. Like, she doesn't even look at you. And then when you go and train, you're gonna see a lot of pushback. So now that her break is done, I'm gonna continue to work with her, and I'm just using leash pressure. So I'm gonna put her on my left side, I'm gonna ask her to heel. And what's gonna end up happening is kind of like, you know, a correction when you have the rumble strips on the side, is she goes off and that pressure's on, bump, 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 until you go whoop, back over. So with her, I'm gonna ask her to heel, which is her at my heels on my left side. And we wanna stay consistent on our left side because, again, we're working on her mental state of mind and her independence with you, and we want her to listen. So we don't want her to make a ton of decisions. So I'm using my leash as that rumble strip. If she goes off the beaten path, bang, 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 she gets back in, boom, it shuts off. And I'm trying to verbally reward her. I also have to be conscious about how much I am rewarding her when really she's only half-assing a heel and not really giving me what I want. So that's something I have to work on. All right, you guys, we work really hard with full production, 4K videos, absolutely free for you guys. Do us a favor, No Bad Dog Army, like this video right now if you're watching it, and let's make this army even stronger than it is. Now watch what I do with my body. Heel, good girl, heel, good girl, nice, good. Pay attention to me is what I'm saying to her. Good heel, nice, Good heel. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good job. Okay, break. Good. So right now she's on her break, but there's a difference between direction and a correction. So right now she's on her break, so I'm not gonna correct her for doing anything, but I gotta go that way. So I'm just gonna give her a little direction on the leash, and then she comes with me. Heel. Yes, good girl. Heel. Inside turn. Inside turn. Outside turn. Heel. Yes, good girl. Pop, pop, pop. Come on. Yes, rumble strip, okay? Heel. Yes, inside. Yes, inside. I'm waiting for this combo. Heel. Yes, good girl. Break. Well done, well done. This is interesting. You see how she's itching when I say heel? So she's conditioning, she's proactively conditioning the correction instead of doing what I want her to do. So when my goal is when I'm turning on the outside is for her to go, oh, I'll just go with you and escape the correction. I get it. But what she's doing instead is she goes, when I turn outside and I say heel, she's itching her neck before the correction happens. So she's actually smart because she's like, I know something's about to happen, but I think because of her age, she's still not figuring out like, oh, I just gotta go with you. Right. So she's conditioning, she's getting something's about to happen. It's the first time I've seen that. I had to point it out, which is interesting. So my goal is instead of do the itch, like, okay, something's about to happen, I want her to just go, I'm just gonna slide with you, and then bing, 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 bing.
Right.
Heel, good. Mika, heel. Yes, good girl. Good heel. Okay, break. Mika, heel. Yes, good girl. Yay, good girl. Good job, sweetheart. You did one of them. Mika, heel. Heel. Yes, good girl. Bang, I pay her again. And I'm giving her those jackpot pays because she's struggling with capturing it. Good girl. Heel. Mika, heel. Yes, good girl. Well done. Heel. Good. Heel. Yes, good girl. Heel. Good. Inside. Good. Inside. Good. Outside. Heel. Yes, good girl. Break. Good girl. Whew. She's a tough cookie. Normally, like a session on this should be like 10 minutes, but I don't have 10 minutes. I have an hour, and then you're gonna go work on it for a week or so until you come back. So she was a tough cookie because of her breed and because of her age and because of all the things that you were enabling her to do. So she needed kind of like a project, right? You show up to a project and sometimes it's like, oh, and then other times it's you gotta pull off a lot of layers. All right, you guys, so as you saw, it took me a full hour to get this dog into a heel position and doing some directional changes for a couple turns, which as you guys know, mostly on this channel, it takes us usually 5 to 10 minutes to get to that point for a longer period of time. So definitely a challenge for me. I absolutely love challenges and working with dogs who push against the grain. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, we put videos out like this every single week. Support the channel by liking, subscribing, and leave a comment down below and let us know where you're from.